Hello everyone and welcome. Today we'll be taking a look at a highlight professional match of StarCraft 2. Joining me here, the map shall be ley lines. The upper right corner shall belong to the blue Zerg player. It is Reynor. And their Zerg opponent here, the red drones, the bottom left, it is none other than Serral. Yes, Reynor, Serral on one map, opposite sides facing each other, a battle of the bugs to end them all, so to speak, to rule them all, I should say. To claim the title of champion bug. Yes, a distinct possibility here. The Overlord action cams, they did not get close enough to do any type of Overlord high five. They did kind of avoid each other, which means, you know, we're probably in for a bit of aggression. Maybe they're not feeling too friendly today, but time will tell. Time and builds, of course, thus far, identical setups, and I wouldn't really expect, I think, a whole lot of deviation, just quite yet, at least. So far, the biggest deviation we have is Reynor is getting a little greedier, trying to cut those two Zerglings, apparently. Or at least to delay them, it would seem. I'm trying to go for maybe just a drone here and there. Very minor opportunities, small advantages, the little wins that can add up very quickly over time in these mirror matches. ZvZ, one of, I would actually probably say the most explosive of the mirror matches. Both of the players can kind of just pull the trigger at any moment, because of how Zerg production just generally works. You're droning, you're injecting your larva, keeping everything rolling, and then suddenly, boom, 36 roaches in the production tab. It's like, whoa, what did I say? What did I do? Who did I cut off in traffic to make you this mad? Okay, it's a possibility. We could also see the complete direct opposite, though, and both of them just kind of stick with their standard ZvZ setups. They're both getting the Bane Nest, but this is what I would call the safety Bane Nest. This is not, I'm about to hit you with Banelings. This is the I don't want to die to a bunch of Zerglings kind of Baneling Nest. Very different potential there. Neither one of them really seemed that inclined to go for a lot of Zerglings, though. Reynor's leaning slightly more into it. Yeah, I saw 8 in the production tab at one point there, but he's actually just catching up, really. They're both going for Roach Warren. Okay. As mentioned, that's good. That's good news. The Bane Nests are just defensive safety Banes, not anything more aggressive. The Roach Warren tells me we're likely to get a little bit longer of a match, which is a good thing, since this was the highlight one of their series chosen to cast and recommended to me. Indigos, you said it was safety Banes. Why is a safety Bane over here? Well, Reynor is clearly feeling a bit threatened and offended by Serral's droning, and so therefore he's trying to keep himself safe from a worker deficit. Yes. It's all about perspective. It's all about how you frame it. The slow Bane waddling back home. This slow Bane waddling to try to get back over here. The Zerglings, not too sure about committing with that defensive Bane there and ready. Need to peel just one Zergling off, try to target it down. But at the same time, how much does Serral really want to commit to this? Oh. Decent Bane connection does clear some of the Zerglings for Serral. But with the roaches here, there's not going to be much done. No, not much success at this point anymore. Serral's roaches might even up the odds, though. And a Ling backstab actually gets into the main base here. Drones immediately pulled off the line, start debating attacking with their claws and pinchers. The group of Zerglings likely just to get whatever little wins they can get. At this point, the roaches should be able to clean it up. The problem is the Zerglings have to let the roaches catch up. Yeah, that's pretty much what happens. It's all fun and games until they hit a Baneling, I guess. Okay. Defensive Banes still coming in handy even after the Roach Warren is done. Don't want to forget about making just 1 or 2 Banes here or there as your opponent makes Zerglings. But with both of them leaning a bit heavier into Roaches, we might get to start to see the true battle of the bugs, the Roach Wars, where we all get up into one space, one nice chokehold, and just start spewing bodily fluids at each other. It's the concert and the rave that every Zerg player dreams of, apparently. Spine Crawler, actually not a bad choice, not a bad option. We might balk at some static defense, but having just 1 spine at the base to help ease some of the Queen's to-dos and tasks for cleaning things up is always good, always helpful. At this point, what I'm most intrigued in seeing is any future tech. And I say any future tech because at this point, the game could just end with this tech. We could just see them make roaches for the next foreseeable 10 minutes and sling them at each other. It's not entirely impossible to see something else added on, though. Reynor does have a lair done. No Gleal. No roach speed on the way. Instead, we're going to have a little bit of a commitment, a little bit of a battle here. Serral getting things ready. Serral is wanting to get a bit of damage done. The arc is going to be really nice for Reynor, but the Biles have a fair bit to say about that. Ravager picked off, well, thanks to the Spine Crawler. Right side Roach is making sure nobody gets into that natural, and the numbers game is superior for the Blue Zerg. The acidic saliva going all sorts of which ways. The Biles not successful just yet. Oh, Reynor really wants to target down the Ravagers. The Zerglings providing a decent frontline wall might actually let a few things get away, unless Reynor wants to just commit, give chase. Reynor does have Roach speed, halfway done. Like, there's a good argument then for both options. You could pull back, wait till your Roach speed is just about done, because that is a big advantage, a big help in the Roach versus Roach battles. Roaches holding up the door, making sure Zerglings can't get in. How many times can I say Roaches in a 5-minute time span? The answer is probably quite a lot, thanks to these two. We really gonna try? We're gonna try to get the Overlord with Biles. Uh-oh, the Zerglings. Oh, Reynor's still keeping the door shut. Not with an actual door, though. It's just there's too many people blocking the entrance. There's just too many bugs in the entrance, so nothing else can actually get through. It's like when you see a spider in the doorway and you refuse to walk through that doorway. You're like, it's just not worth it anymore. Another skirmish ensues. Zerglings, decent flank from the top side. Gonna surround the Ravagers, start to pick them up, and without the Ravagers, this is going to very quickly turn into Serral's favor, I would wager. A few reinforcements from Reynor streaming in as they can, but the numbers game, both of them committing to an attack that they aren't quite ready to finish out, it seems, whether it's because of the defensive reinforcements getting there so quickly or the fact that we've had Spine Crawlers on both sides. It looks like he's laughing. It looks like he's laughing to me. It's like, you call that an attack? Please. Okay. Very well. Continuing on. Ooh, we have a tech choice. Spire is on the way for Reynor. Now, what will this be for? The Mutas, they have their place. They're not, I would say, a tremendous choice for, like, I'm building only Mutas, and that's what we're going with, because there are some very strong answers to Mutas in the Zerg arsenal, mainly fungal growth and parasitic bomb. Hydras aren't too bad, but you need quite a few of them. Hydras can out DPS the Mutas. What will it be for, though? Serral's going for Hydra Den. solid counter, solid option. The standard, I would say. If you're someone that is struggling with ZvZ, honestly, both of them this game, I would say, have been fine builds to look at, to study from. Serral's always fine to study from. Not just because we know Serral is the champion, the GOAT, whatever you want to call him, but mainly because Serral's builds are not that wild. He plays very standard, he plays very macro-oriented, he just does it so damn perfectly that there's no real room for error. There are no errors. There's no need for room for error because there are no errors. And that's about it. The amount of roaches on this map. I'm sorry, Reynor made 4 mutas? That's it? 4? That's like, it's enough mutas to make Serral go, oh, you have mutas? But not actually enough mutas to really get much done. The Hydra's already ready to help. They nearly kill one of the mutas that quickly. Oh. Another battle. I'm liking the position for Reynor a bit more. Serral's going to have a bit more of a bottleneck trying to get the reinforcements through there. How are the upgrades? We've got +2 attack for Reynor. Uh-oh, +2's about to finish for Serral, who also has +1 armor. The frontline roaches starting to take a bit of a beating. Half health and falling. Plummeting, even. Oh. Serral says, I'm going to split a little bit, let you walk into me, get a decent surround, and commit to the attack. The Bile's getting impressive amounts of damage on both sides. Neither one of them seem too intent on trying to micromanage their way out of some of the Biles. It's better to just take the hit while also getting to hit your opponent. Reynor, supply blocked at 200. The best time to get supply blocked. Okay. Tell me I'm wrong. If you're at 200 supply, you're like, whatever. Come on. Uh-oh. I see crystals on these roaches. Tunneling Claws is completed for Serral. Burrow not quite done just yet, but it does indicate kind of what Serral wants to do. Serral, I think, is wanting to get a bit of harassment done, a bit of potential. Burrow for both of them, really, not an awful idea just because how roaches get their extra health regen while they're burrowed. Serral committing onto this group. Biles have a lot to say about that. Over on the right side, the sneak attack roaches getting a bit of damage done, canceling the hatchery. No need to worry about the mutas then, we can just hide. The burrow move coming in handy already. I saw burrow. Okay, Reynor's burrow. Not quite done. Just a mere 10 seconds out. Hydra Den coming up for Reynor at this point. Did we still only have 4? It was just for 4 mutas. Okay, the Spire investment. Like, I want a Spire, but I don't really want a Spire. I want a Spire just to tell people that I have a Spire. It's like a fancy car. I have a Spire at home. Everybody's like, oh, he has a Spire. Whoa. Yeah. So then you get your self-worth from that, I suppose. We've got the massive roach battle over here. Just a little bit of harassment trying to be done over on the left side. Not a whole lot of success with that. The real battle's going to be over here, it seems. Blue splitting decently well. The army supply... Well, the army supply is not going to matter too much if Reynor gets a 180-degree surround. Full 3-way flank there. Oh, Serral burrowing the roaches, trying to keep everything healed up. Reynor, likewise. But these roaches are sad, because they can't move. Look at them. They just have to stay here. Everybody hearing the unburrow noise means you have to unburrow as well. It's sneak attack potential. The detectors will make sure that Serral doesn't quite get away with any sort of sneaky burrow roaches, but he at least has the potential to retreat with them. Future tech. Ooh, tech check. We've got lurkers. Reynor finally decides to go for Tunneling Claws. About halfway done, but I think we are very quickly moving out of the roach stage of this battle, with Serral going for lurkers. is going to complicate things a little bit for Reynor, I feel. Do we have a hive? We do have a hive, so there is the answer there. We could get Vipers. Viper Abduct, Viper Blinding Cloud, both fantastic options for shutting down lurkers. Changelings. Surprise. Changelings, the lurkers make themselves known, make their move. Detection is here, but detection isn't quite the only thing. You need something that can actually commit to killing off the lurkers, which roaches are just not quite the answer for. At long last, finally, feels like Serral gets his way into the natural location in peril. This is the hive, too. Okay, that's a problem. 5 lurkers on the way for Reynor, who appears to just be committing to a base. Oh god. We've got a base raise. They're going for the raise. Serral's already split everything up really well and got quite a bit of a time advantage, I will say. Reynor's going to have to play a bit of catch-up with less army supply, too. I am not liking this for blue. A few more mutas are on the way, which aren't going to be really good for fighting the army. There's 9 hydras, which I'm pretty sure could kill at least their own weight in mutas. If it'll even get that far, the roaches start to pick them off. How's Reynor doing? Splitting the forces up, going for multiple bases. Everybody is actually participating, doing their part. The problem is it's just not enough. Oh god, and some of them are getting caught idle, too. Serral cleaning everything up. What do we have left? There's only these 3 buildings. Oh no, he's making a hatchery. Okay. So, the final living buildings. The only things that are actually still done. There's not even just a hidden extractor somewhere. Reynor's gonna lose the lurker den. There's still the hatchery building. There's still a few lurkers guarding it, but I do not like this one bit. If they actually come to blows, Serral takes the battle. 13 lurkers, 30 roaches. Well, I was just talking about the lurkers. Oh my gosh, that was a bloodbath. That was a brutal slaughter at the end. Reynor walks into the field of lurkers, protecting one of the last hatcheries for Serral. No detection, no hope of cleaning it up. Reynor is going to have to tap out. Serral will be the victor from the match. The Battle of the Bugs completed. A beautiful battle at that, too. And even for non-Zerg players, because what do Terran and Protoss love more than watching Zergs kill each other? Come on. If you enjoyed, be sure to let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a great day.